Hello, my friends. How are you guys? I missed you. It's been a couple of weeks, right? Thanksgiving happened. Then last week I was doing vintage market days, and that happened. It was a fabulous show, by the way. It's funny because it takes me months to prepare. And I had done a show like 2 weeks prior to that one, a smaller show. And so it was kind of a different year because I wasn't panicking last week to get my trailer loaded. I just left everything loaded from the prior show and then added more. So actually, I kind of had like a little bit of an easier, getting ready for it. It takes me 2 days to set up my booth. I rent it, it's 10 by 30 feet long and 2 full days. And it takes me less than an hour to tear the entire thing to the ground when it's all over with. I gotta say though, I sold the majority of my stuff at the show and it was amazing. So I pulled this out of my stash. This is heavy. It's one of those home decor pieces. It was disgustingly dirty, like somebody had it in their kitchen for 500 years and it had never been cleaned. So I actually washed it with Dixie Belle's White Lightning to get all the grease off. I can feel how nice and clean and it's not icky like it was. So if you guys have questions or comments, I'm just going to put the camera down. I'm going to see if it'll focus. So we are live on 3 platforms. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So if you want to say hi to me, I'd love that. That way I'm not talking to myself. I actually have some texture that I had mixed up yesterday. The salt wash and paint. And I'm going to use it because maybe I'm not. Whoops. Maybe I'm not. It's hard. Let me see if I can oh wow, reconstitute it. This is how much salt wash, like, I'm going to put a little more paint in there and a little bit of water. Wow. It's dried up. It doesn't take long. Salt wash is that product that will dry hard as a rock. That'll be the last time I felt this off. Here, Anne's just leaving for the day. Dries hard as a rock. I'm not talking to myself, thank goodness. I always feel like that, when nobody says anything. I was like, is anybody out there? Hello. So I just put a little more paint in my container and that will reconstitute the salt wash. So salt wash is a texture medium that you add to paint. And what it does is it gives your pieces just a little bit of a texture finish. I like to do that when I'm just trying to give these home decor pieces an aged look because they are the best to me when they're aged. So I don't think I'm gonna need a lot. I might mix a little bit more just to be safe. But yeah, I left that in the container overnight. And of course my container is not airtight. So I just used it yesterday and there was just a little bit left. It was just enough to make it like concrete. So let me add a little more salt wash. Here it is. Into the mix. So how is everybody ready for Christmas? I am. So I did the show for 5 days. I was working for 5 days. It was actually it's only a 3-day show, but it takes 2 days to set up, and then you work it for 2 days. I worked from 8 to 10 hours standing for 3 days straight. Then we have to break it down, load it up, and then I always just tell my husband, we're going straight to the store and unloading it, because if I wait, I'll never want to do it, right? It'll sit in my trailer. And then what happened was Tuesday, my store, I took everything out because I thought I took enough stuff. On Friday, I got cleaned out. I had to come and pull everything else out of the store. So I had to revamp the entire store on Tuesday and bring in all the new pieces that I did. I have a bunch of new pieces, you guys. They are so pretty. A beautiful new buffet, just in time. Who wants a buffet for Christmas? It's gray with like a brown undertone. Oh gosh, it's pretty. So we're just gonna go ahead and dab this on here. What it's gonna do, instead of being a flat finish, it's gonna give us the ability to layer the paint over the top. We're only going to have to texture the first layer, okay? Not every layer afterwards. Remember, I've already washed this. I've already rinsed it. I use Dixie Belle's White Lightning, which is an amazing cleaner. I use it to paint furniture. I use it all the time. It is a powder form that you rinse, that you put with water. They also have a one with premix, but I like the powder because it goes further and it costs the same. But anyhow, we're just going to tap, tap, tap this on, and we're going to get it in the grooves and all the sides. And then we're going to have to dry it. So just kind of get it into those sides right there. Get up in that. I am using my Klingon R14 brush, which I am loving this little brush for these little projects. So this is going to give us the ability to layer this. This is a cool cross, like really cool cross. I found this at a thrift store. I don't know where. I've had it in my back room for a while. You guys know that when I do Thrifty Thursday, I literally 5 minutes before I decide to go pull something out of my back room and do it. So we got the couple classes coming up. This weekend is the Reindeer Snowman class. It has been full for over a month. I keep having people say the link doesn't work. Well, the link doesn't work because the class is full. I actually opened it up for a few more spots because it was so popular, and those filled. That was weeks ago. So I am sorry if you didn't get in, but next time you have to sign up right when you see it. I will be doing similar classes in the spring that will involve, like, different kind of tissue paper, obviously for Christmas, but it'll be something fun. So now I'm going to put the thing over it again and probably dry it out again, but I can just keep adding to it. And make sure you wash your paintbrush really good, because that stuff will dry hard as you rock inside of it. Okay, the only problem about doing texture, my friends, is that it has to dry. So we can talk about classes and such while I'll just do one side quick. So that one class is full. Then the macrame class in January is also full. Then the classes that have openings are Bring Your Own Furniture. That is February 7th, I believe. That is the class where I teach you guys the basics of furniture painting. It is the one where you bring a piece, I show you how to do it start to finish, and you leave with the finished piece. I have not changed the price. It has not gone up in like 8 years. It's still $68. And you can sign up online. And then the following weekend, well, not Valentine's Day, but I think it's the 21st, a couple weeks after, is the blending class. Now, the blending class I only do a couple times a year. I get asked for it, and then everybody chickens out and doesn't sign up for it. So it has plenty of spaces. You guys need to sign up. It is the class where I teach you how to take up to 3 different colors and blend them into a cohesive look on a piece of furniture. The only caveat with that class is that you have to have taken my Bring Your Own Furniture class, because if you haven't, then you don't know the basics of furniture painting, and you really need to know the basics before you can go to the next step, right? So don't sign up for it unless you've taken the Bring Your Own Furniture. And I don't care if you took it 10 years ago. Well, only 8. I've only been in business for 8 years. Real exaggeration on my part. But if you took it, just got to come with your piece totally prepped, meaning washed, stuffed, base coated if you have a base coat color preference, and we go. And then we blend and we paint. And it's another 4-hour class, but it is a class where I will actually paint with you. And it's super fun, you guys. It's fun to watch everybody get it. You know what I mean? Like, as a teacher, I love to teach. And I love it when people get it. It makes me really happy, and it makes me feel like, oh, wow, I did what I set out to do, right? I'm not afraid that you're all going to go out and open your own shops. Say more power to you, knock yourselves out. But I do want you guys to be confident in what you're doing, because it's easier to have somebody help you, guide you through it, take the brush out of your hands, put it in my hands, give it back to you, and you can see me up close and personal on how to do it.
It's so fun. And then all of a sudden everybody's like, oh my gosh, I get it. And then they're like, you can, then it gets quiet. Then everybody's just painting. It's so cool. I don't want anybody to ever think that they're not good enough to take one of those classes, because the only way to learn is to take, right? And try. And remember, when I first started blending, I didn't know what I was doing either. My first 3 or 4 pieces were horrible, probably 10 pieces. But you get better and your skill changes. I've seen myself evolve in just the last couple years about the kind of techniques that I do and how I do pieces. It's insane. So I want you guys to think about colors, because I'm going to be asking you, and could you comment, hey Kim, what color do you think I should paint this cross? So the base is like a cream. It's called Ecru. It's from Dixie Belle. I am just really trying to get this salt wash to dry, which salt wash is a texture medium. It takes twice as long as a regular chalk paint. Hi, Ronnie. Missed you guys. My OGs here. Kim and Ronnie, my OG girls. But I want you to throw me out some color choices, because I'm blank. I don't know what to do. Let's layer up some colors. What do you want? Blues, greens, beiges. What do you want? And I'm thinking we can really antique this well, because it's got all these lines on it, right? Let me hear it. I need some advice. I am getting excited. 1 month I get to go on my 2-week vacation. It's what I reward myself for working my ass off all year long. January, when it's slow here, we're going to go to Costa Rica for 2 weeks. So I'm getting ready. I can't wait. I could add gold gilding wax, Ronnie. We can add bronze, we can add copper, we can add all kinds of things. So what color do you think the base should be? Hit me. As I look at my paint shelf, I have every color that you can imagine. It don't have to say specific names of colors. You can just tell me like a color, like green or blue or red or brown, or because I'm going to pick it myself here in 2 seconds if nobody comes up with a color. Nope. Bueller. Bright colors are pretty because I could always glaze it. Go with the blue. You see me go with the blue. I know blue is so pretty. I'm thinking I want something light so that I can add like a dark glaze to make it look really old. I want this to look really, really old. What do you guys think? Wouldn't that be a good idea? Like a super old vintage. Okay, now I'm getting up and I'm going to look. Hold on now. Sometimes the colors that I pick may just throw you for a loop. They throw me for a loop all the time. Okay. Because they don't always go together. So I'm going to use, I don't know why, Weeping Willow, which is a Dixie Belle green. They're newer greens. And I have seriously not painted in 3 weeks until yesterday, because I've been so busy with doing all the other stuff. I haven't had time. Those shows kill me every time. And then on Tuesday, I had to reset the entire store. So on Tuesday night, I just went home and I said to my husband, I am dying. I'm beat. And then yesterday, I had all the stuff to put away, all the bins, all the leftover stuff that you gotta unpack. God, this paint is thick. And it won't come out. Come on, girl. This is Weeping Willow by Dixie Belle. If it were to come out, there we go. Oh, you know what? It's got a hole up here. I can hear the air coming out, so it's not letting me push. Okay, Weeping Willow. I grabbed this color, which Dixie Belle no longer makes, but I still have a little bit of it left. Pumpkin Spice, which is a really kind of warm color.
Savannah Mist. Good call, Ronnie. Savannah Mist. I don't know why I grabbed these three. They were sitting there. They're kind of neutrals, right? What do you think of those? Right? Crazy. Okay. So let's just put it right here. Basically, gonna just do the old tap, tap, tap thing. Boy, that Weeping Willow is so thick. And just kind of start layering the colors on here because my whole idea, I want it to look, this is kind of like a, what's that color called? Like ochre or something? I just want to add a glaze over the top and it's going to make it look old. We could then add some gilding wax, perhaps, but I don't think I want it to be shiny. So maybe not gilding wax, maybe, I don't know, brown wax for sure. Brown wax, brown glaze. I kind of am digging this pumpkin spice just kind of like up the middle here. Mixed with the Weeping Willow, it gives it a really cool older look. So I went through my stash of stuff that in the store. Do you guys do the same thing? Okay. Do you have like Christmas decor that you like, you put out, you get your bins down every year, right? And then you go through it and then you put the stuff back in the bin and you never use it? Am I the only one? Tell me I am not the only one that does this. Because you're like, oh, I don't like this anymore. It doesn't match my decor. It doesn't go with what I'm doing. I'm going to kind of highlight around this middle with the Savannah Mist so it's a little bit brighter. And then I'm going to take that pumpkin spice and just throw it on the edges. I, in the store here, had these trees, literally probably for 4 years or more. Probably since I opened my store, I bought them wholesale and they just never sold. They were ugly. One year I painted them. They're still ugly. Put them, you know, put them back in the bin every time I unload the Christmas stuff for the store. Whoops, fuzzy. I'm going to lay it down so I can just do the top. And today, Gary Ann's like, you want to put these on clearance? What do you want to do with them? And I looked at him and I said, no, I don't want to put them on clearance, but what I want to do is paint them. I patinaed them. Oh my gosh, they're so freaking cool now. They're going to sell this week. I'm like, why didn't I do this a long time ago? Why do I keep packing them back there, putting them in? Every year we bring them out and I'm like, they're ugly. So they were new decor that I don't know why I bought it when I went to market. I don't know why I even bought it. They're ugly, but now they're phenomenal. So let's put that blue because it kind of faded right into that green, right in the middle here, where it's kind of highlighting the yellow of the, and even an orange would look good right here. I gotta get this underneath. Somebody's trying to come in my front door. I heard it. It's locked. So pretty, isn't it? So I think I'm going to just leave it laid down so you guys can do that. You do that every year, right? My setup was really pretty. Thank you, Ronnie. It's funny, you go to these shows and you're like, what am I going to do? Can I tell you guys what happened the first day? So it was so beautiful, right? Everything, I had all those churches. I had all them set out, everything displayed, so beautiful. This show, I have never in my life seen anything like it. The amount of people that came through the front door of for this show, I've never seen that kind of participation in this show ever. It made me really happy to think that maybe it's changing, you know, the economy is starting to pick up again. But within the first 2 hours, I had one lady come up to my buffet. I must have had 40 churches on it.
She said, I want exactly what this looks like. And I said, yeah, I know, isn't it pretty? She goes, no, seriously. She bought every single one. The second customer of the day, I looked at her and I was like, okay. She goes, no, I'm going to take a picture of it. And I want it exactly like this when I take it home. I said, knock yourself out. So she cleaned me out, which I still had a lot of other things, but holy smokes. By the time the day was over, my buffet, my displays were totally empty. There was nothing left. I looked, my daughter helped me that day, and I looked at her and I said, holy jeez. She's like, Mom, wow. So I came to the store Friday night and I packed every single last piece of Christmas because I would have to leave stuff in the store, right? Well, we were only going to be open on Saturday. So I was like, okay, it'll be one day. I took it and I sold every piece. I mean, I'm not kidding you when I came back with absolutely hardly anything. The store is still beautiful and there's still plenty of stuff out, but wow, it was an amazing, amazing turnout and a show. So you kind of love how this is kind of looking like almost like a rusty terracotta finish on that. This is so fun. Hey, Ronnie, what's for dinner? What do you have? 6:30, 6:20 for you. Or did you eat already? I'm really craving a good salad. We were gonna make one last night, and then my husband calls me and goes, "The lettuce is bad," and I was like, "Oh no!" So I said, "He goes, I just ate some soup." So I ended up working until 7:30, and I said to him, "I'm just gonna have top ramen." So I had top ramen, but I was really bummed because I was really looking to like a nice crisp chef salad. So I think tonight I'm stopping by Albertsons on the way home, and I'm gonna grab some. Okay, what do you think? A glaze? I think a glaze. So pretty. I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna get you guys really close so you can really see it. Because really right here, so pretty, huh? This is just a subtle, this pumpkin spice, I'm really sad that they discontinue this color. Something similar would be like mixing an orange with a little bit of brown, with a little bit of yellow. I think we could probably come close, but tacos. But I literally have this half, about 8 ounces left. I wish they would bring it back because it's super cool. Let's try a dark brown glaze on there. So my glaze that I have Miss Lillian's. I really like their glazes. They're awesome. And I just added a ton of water to this one because it got so thick. And glaze is just supposed to be that, like super watery. So it was like down to like here, and I added all the way up to here, and it still works great. So it's a good way to extend your products. Don't be afraid to use them in ways, like to add water to them, or, add water to your paint if it's too thick. It's fine. It's not going to ruin it. So this is Truffle by Miss Lillian's, and I do carry these glazes. I like Miss Lillian's because she has such a selection of glazes. Dixie Bill just has brown, black, maybe white, I can't remember. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of tap into the middles of here so that I can really get the glaze to settle down into these grooves. And I don't want it to like run. Because we can still do some little accenting, and it's running down the sides, of course, now. But I said I don't want it to run. Let me just add it to this base down here. No, they did one side. I'll have to do the other side tomorrow. You just really want to get glaze into all the nooks and crannies. And if it runs, you want to brush it up because it will show. Okay. Put that brush to the side. You're going to take a clean cloth and you're going to wipe it back. Dang it.
guess what? My salt wash wasn't dry. We're not going to wipe it. We're going to tap it. Because by me dragging it, the salt wash right here wasn't dry. It had like a little bubble and it popped it and made it. That's okay. We can fix that. Everything is fixable, right? So we're going to tap this. Now, if you don't remove enough glaze, then you definitely can come back with a wet cloth and get your rag damp and remove more glaze. But to be honest, this is exactly what I wanted. I wanted a lighter color so that way the glaze would show as just a very rustic, it's going to look like a rustic old cross. And I think that I will need some highlighting, like Ronnie suggested, but I am thinking maybe something a little dulled down, like an antique gold instead of like a bright gold. And I'm just going to hit this real quick with my. So glaze is an actual sealer. So it will seal your paint. So you don't even have to top coat this with anything, which is fabulous, right? Has a built-in sealer. And glaze is meant to be put on like that and then wiped off. So that you just get it in the nooks and crannies and it just sticks right there. So it's not meant to be like a paint. It's just like a little wash, but it does work so well. And it gives you time to work with it because glazing medium is designed to not dry quickly like paint. So it gives you a little more time to work with it. Have you guys ever used glaze? Oh, I am not doing anything different. Is now a short? It's not a live? What? So is it? Oh, you know why? Because I don't know, to be honest with you, Ronnie. So if you go to my channel, can you look up lives and go that way? That's weird. So is it only play it for a little bit of time, Ronnie, and then quit? I don't know. All these social media channels. I haven't done anything differently. I'm still going live from YouTube. So if it's coming up, it's on, they must have changed the way lives happen, but that's weird. Just went right over the top of that and see it's still wet, the paint underneath. So I'm just going to let that do its thing till tomorrow. But this now, what colors do I have? It needs a little zhuzhen, like Ronnie said. Just a little zhuzhen. I have this cool color, my Dixie Belle. Let me see what else I got. Oh, I have some. So I have a couple choices. Ooh, I like this. You see that? Have you guys ever used this? This is an orange gold. This is a powder that you mix with the top coat and you make paint. So let's do that. A little something. Let me mix. It just need a tiny little bit too. Okay. So you take a clear coat. Any of your clear coats will work. And you put a little bit of powder in it. Did you see that? And you mix it. So the good thing about this stuff is that it's not going to dry out because you're going to have the top coats never dry out. And you just mix it until it mixes. It's like liquid gold. Of course, I use too much top coat. Look at how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? It's like molten, right? Molten gold. Like literally you only need a dot with the top coat. Of course I use too much. So then you just use it like a paint. Just like over the top of this. To just highlight it. And it just dries really quick. It dries, well, it dries as fast as your top coat dries. So whatever top coat you have, Dixie Belle, Wiseout, doesn't matter which one you're using. And then you just paint the details, right? With a little artist brush. How fun is this? Can you see it? It's popping, huh? Now it's popping. So it would be the last step in the process. Because remember, the glaze actually sealed this for us, so we don't have to worry about the paint being weird. It's already sealed because the glaze sealed it. And if you didn't put glaze on it, you could have waxed it first or put a regular top coat, and then you could just go right over the top with this. Because basically it's just a little highlight. So I just have a skinny little artist brush in my stash of stashes. And just paint with it. A skinny one, and then if you have bigger surfaces. Now, if after this dried it was too bright, I could go over the top of it with some more glaze or some dark wax, like to dumb it down a little bit to make it more antiqued. But this is kind of fun. So yeah, I did find this, I don't know when. I've had it in my back room forever. At a thrift store. Or at a estate sale. People ask me, where do you get your stuff? I said, I don't know. I just get it. I just look. I'm always looking. And I really don't even go to those kind of things very often. But when I do go and I see it, I don't hesitate. I buy it and I save it. So that's why my entire back room looks like a thrift store, because I've always got a project to grab. And I have the candlestick class coming up, you guys. So for those of you that are not really into painting furniture or anything like that, I'm going to be teaching how to do candlesticks. We're going to do a pair of candlesticks. Okay, I put it right there. Put it on the underneath. So let's now put it on the top. That's beautiful. Just add a little more dimension right here. Well, that turned out pretty. What do you guys think? That was a big difference. Okay. Before, well, actually it was uglier before because I put this paint on it. Before, after, right? I'll put it in the light. There you go. So pretty. And then I'm going to pop a lid on this because I will finish the backside tomorrow, along with put a lid on my paint. And then I'll be able to finish it tomorrow and do both sides. This is beautiful. And so this kind of stuff, you see it, right? This is heavy duty. It's made very well. How many times do you go to a store and you go, oh, I wish it was the color that I wanted? All the time. Now it can be. I mean, if you can get it for a reasonable price, why not upcycle it yourself? You know? So, any questions? Comments, questions? I will finish that tomorrow. It should be sale in the store in the next couple days. Lid on. Wash my paintbrushes. Go buy some lettuce. Make a salad. Just sounds good. Sometimes things just sound good, right? All right, you guys. If that's all you don't have, thanks, Lori. Don't have any other questions. Thanks for watching. We'll, put them in the comments and I'll get back to you guys. So yeah, the schedule is up. Santa and Mrs. Claus will be here at the store on December 20th from 11 to 1. And then the same day we'll be doing the macrame make and take. So you do not have to sign up for that. You just stop in and you do it. She's going to be teaching a little macrame ornament. We are also going to be having our gal that burns hats, burning hats and personalizing them for you. Her hats are fabulous. They're ball hats. So they're more universal that everybody likes to wear. She'll be doing that the same day. So it's going to be a fun day. We're also going to be sharing a shop hop with the other stores in downtown. MB Home has their cinnamon rolls. They have a baker that stops in there. They're going to have that. The clothing boutique Sister Sue's has a scratch off up to 50% off, and Mustard Seed has something too. I can't remember. And Beautiful Mess. So how many stores? 5 of us are going to have something going for you guys that day. So that is Saturday, December 20th. It is the last Saturday before Christmas. And then we will be closed on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I haven't decided if I'm going to close on the 26th. I just might. Because you know what? Ain't nobody to shop. And then just be open on that Saturday. I think I just might. So. Oh, thanks, Ronnie. I love you. That's why we are friends. What do I do with that? Yes, I am. I did these, let's see, 1 o'clock, and it is now 4:30, 3.5 hours ago. Okay. I did them with iron, bronze, and copper patina. Look at how cool they are. I'm going to do these a different. So they're still doing their patina magic. This one is different. And I have 2 more. Let me grab them. They're sitting right over there. Patina is amazing. If you guys have never used it, you should really buy it. It's flipping amazing. Iron patina makes rust. Copper patina makes the green if you use the green spray and the yellow. Don't they look like a little forest of trees? Right? How beautiful are they? Look at the rust. And I had painted them. One was green, one was white, one was green, one was white. It's like this color before down here. There was a big star up here, which I took off. Because now they're like forest trees instead of Christmas trees. Oh, cute. I should have taken a before picture. This one, they all turned out different. They're still marinating. They're still patinaing. So I had 3. Yep, and this one I had red, white, green, white, green. They were ugly. Now, I'm like, I'm going to take these home because they're cool as heck. So, yep. Patina paint, green patina spray, and a little bit of yellow. I just dribbled it on. I dribbled it on there. I literally took it with the end of a paintbrush and went, and you can tell where the yellow is on here because it's just a little drip here, a little drip here. It just barely changes the look, especially on the green, and on the rust. It gives it a little more of an orange hue, which is so freaking fabulous, right? So that's Dixie Belle's patina. If you guys need any help, just send me a DM, comment here, call me, text me. I have them all in stock right now, all the patina, and I will ship anywhere. I will ship to you in Massachusetts, or you in Ohio, or wherever you want, California, or just come in and pick it up. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go buy some lettuce. All right, go out and be fabulous, and thanks for sticking with me. And thanks for letting me be in the top 100 retailers with Dixie Belle. You know, it's the 8th year in a row that I've gotten it. It just means I sell a lot of paint and I teach a lot of classes. And it's all because of you guys. I mean, I wouldn't be in the top 100 if I didn't have clients like you. So I do appreciate you guys so much. It feels validating, you know, to be in the top 100 out of 3,000 retailers. I don't get anything for it. I mean, I just get a card that says congratulations, which is, you know, it's fun, right? I love that. It makes me feel like, wow, I guess I am doing the right thing. So you guys go out, have a great evening, hug them babies, and I will see you next Thursday. Okay, love you.